To say that the 2023 Australian Grand Prix was anything but chaotic, well, it would be something of an understatement for how the race played out, because whilst yes, it was very thrilling for a lot of parts, what everyone remembers is the ending, because again, as I said, it was just so chaotic, confused, muddled, and it just left everyone with a rather bad taste in their mouths. Now, quick summary, what had happened was that there was a late incident where, Kevin Magnussen's wheel ended up colliding and it came off. There was plenty of debris on the track. It needed to be cleared up. And so due to that, what happened was that the FIA and the stewards ended up calling for a red flag rather than a full safety car, because there were only 2 laps left in the race. So if they wanted to actually, get a proper racing finish, they felt a red flag, clearing out the debris, and then 2 laps of racing action would have been the better way to go. In theory, that worked out well, but in practice, it didn't work out at all, because there was a massive shunt on the restart, 6 cars were knocked out, and in the end, you ended up going down the route that you so desperately wanted to avoid, and that is, of course, getting a finish behind the safety car, a procession, checkered flag waved, that's it, end of race, done and dusted, nothing thrilling whatsoever. So what exactly did the drivers have to say about this? Spoiler alert, it's not exactly very savory, neither is it very supportive of the FIA. Let's start with what defending World Drivers' Champion Max Verstappen had to say. Verstappen said, "I just didn't understand why we needed a red flag. If we would have had a safety car and then a normal rolling start, we wouldn't have had all these shunts, and then you have a normal finish. So they created the problems themselves." Oof, tell us how you really feel, Max. But he wasn't the only one who felt this way. George Russell, and his words carry a lot of weight because he's also the director of the Grand Prix Drivers Association, a body that works in conjunction with the FIA and Formula One when it comes to drafting rules about driver safety, said, "I thought the red flag was totally unnecessary. I don't know what's going on with some of the decisions at the moment. We're all trying to work together with the FIA to improve things, but it's seemingly a bit of a challenge." Again, not mincing words at all, Russell. And again, he wasn't the only British driver on the grid currently who didn't have some very nice things to say about this particular red flag. And of course, he was pretty critical of the FIA. And I'm not talking about Lewis Hamilton, I'm talking about McLaren's Lando Norris. He said, "The whole point of red flagging, it feels like it was just to put on a show. Someone does something stupid at turn 1, locks up, and your race is over because the FIA just want to make the show more exciting." And truth be told, there has been a lot of debate about how it is to best restart a race when, of course, it's a late incident that ends up causing some sort of a stoppage. Do you go with the red flag? Do you go with the safety car and finishing as a procession? This has been a major talking point for teams since the 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, where in order to avoid finishing a race behind the safety car, Michael Masi, then the technical director, did in fact end up circumventing the rules, misinterpreting them badly, and did something that actually ended up leaving a lot of people feeling short-charged. Since then, there's been more of a conscious effort to red flag sessions and actually ensure that the debris is cleared so that there is a racing finish. But maybe that needs some re-examining now as well, because again, it's realized that red flagging and restarting sessions is not as foolproof as one might have thought. And just because you want an ending that is, let's say a racing ending, it doesn't mean that you should be compromising safety or, of course, everything else in favor of, as Lando Norris said, putting on a show. Yes, the Australian Grand Prix was a good race, but the ending was poor. And when it comes to sporting events, be it Formula One racing or even movies, good ending matters, because if the ending is bad, you forget pretty much everything that came before it. At least that's how I feel about this. What do you guys think? Well, you can let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, leave us a comment, follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, and last but not least, don't forget to download the AajTak app. Also, if you're already on the channel, go ahead and check out some other videos that we may have done. For now though, from my side, goodbye.